Hello everyone, we are here to freak out because our system's infected. Is it infected? Well, let me click on a random link in my web browser and bam! Pop up! Threat found! My Windows Defender antivirus has found a threat. I'm clicking, I want to get details. What did I just do? Well, here's my Windows security area, and it says there's no threat whatsoever. Oh no, there it is! So there's a current threat. So the test file, severe virus. Ooh, severe sounds crazy and bad. So I'm going to click on that little expand button, and I can choose what to do with this threat. I can either delete it, or I can put it in quarantine. I'm going to quarantine this threat because I want it to be analyzed later. I don't just want it removed. I'm going to click on Start Actions. We're going to get rid of this threat. There we go. It is now quarantined. So what I can do is, if I want to see the history of what this thing actually did on my machine and what it was trying to do, I can click on Threat History. And in Threat History, I can go down to see the full history of my box. And now here we can see that virus. So I'm going to click on the drop down, and I'm going to click on See Details, because I want to make sure that my system is secure. I need to remediate anything that this has done on my system. And in See Details, it pops up with User Account Control. I'm going to go ahead and click on Yes, because I want to be able to access this. And here we can see the alert level was severe, and this thing has been quarantined, so I don't have to worry about it. Now we got the date and timestamp, and also the details. This program is dangerous and replicates by infecting other files. Ooh, I don't like that. Well, then down below we can see the infected items. So where this file was loaded into, it looks like it came out of my downloads folder because I was using my web browser. So what I'd want to do now to make sure my system is virus-free and remediate any other infections that could be occurring is I want to get out of this details area, and I want to go back to my virus and threat protection. I would want to run a full scan. I can either do the quick scan option, or I can use my scan options and pick things like full scan or even a custom scan. After going through and running a full scan on my box and feeling a little better about myself, I'd like to also check out some common areas that viruses will try to, let's just say, put themselves so they can load up at your next boot. I'm going to right click on my taskbar at the bottom, and when I right click on that, I'm going to click on Task Manager. When Task Manager opens up, I would like to take a look at the Startup tab. I want to make sure that here in the Startup tab that there's nothing suspicious hanging about. If I don't know if it's suspicious or not, I can right click on it, and I can do things like either open file location to see the directory that this is residing in, or even better, I can search this entry online. Besides just the Startup tab here, we can go into the Process area, and here we can look through all the processes running in the background on our machine. Again, I can look for anything suspicious that looks out of place. If I don't know what it is, I can always right click on the item, and again, I can search online or open the file location to see the directory where it's housed. There are some third-party applications as well that you can load up, and you can analyze all of these processes and have them submitted to a website that'll tell you if they're malware or not. There's a lot of great options. So to protect our system, we've got a couple ways to go about it, but if your virus is all over the place in your system and you just can't seem to get rid of it, there's other things you can do as well. You can choose how your system boots at the next boot, and you can try to then get rid of the virus. One example is I can right click on the Start button and go to Run, and I can type in msconfig. When I use msconfig, I can hit OK, and this loads up right here to my system config box. Here I can choose how my system is going to boot generally, and I can control the individual boot settings when my computer comes online. On top of that, we've already mentioned services that we can enable or disable or look up online. Then, of course, startup that we saw inside of the Task Manager. So there's a lot of options for you to try to utilize in order to help remediate an affected system. But starting from the beginning, keeping your antivirus up to date and the definitions of your antivirus up to date is beautiful and perfect. Also, making sure that you don't have anything just loading at startup that shouldn't be there. And of course, processes running in the background that should not be running in the background. So use these tools, remediate your own infected system, and become that IT professional